Hey, Coach Cruise crew, and those of you that are new to Coach Cruise, I'm guessing it's because you're going to be taking a cruise on the Carnival Horizon. That's a great thing for you because I have a lot to share with you about what I liked or loved about the Carnival Horizon, and there is a lot. So let's get into talking about that right after this.
Yo, YouTubers, check me. This is Cookie, your cruise director on the Carnival Horizon down in Miami, Florida. Trust me, number one, you want to follow this man's channel, Coach Cruise, because he's the absolute best coach out here. Not about fitness, but about cruising. Trust me, he's going to make sure you have the best time ever because he knows the ins and outs of every cruise that you go on. So click that like, follow button, and share more about this brother right here. Not only is he my coach, but he's my cousin. We'll see you all on the next cruise. Until then, we're out of here.
All right.
Peace.
All right. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Brad. I'm the host of the channel. Everybody calls me Coach because of the name of the channel. But anyway, I just was on the Carnival Horizon this past month in April of 2023, depending upon when you're watching this. And let me tell you, there is a lot to love and a lot to like about the Carnival Horizon. We're going to go over a number of different things, but let me first start off with the cruise director. The cruise director, the resident cruise director of the Carnival Horizon is one Jonathan Cookie Adams. Everybody just calls him Cookie or Cousin Cookie, and he's my cousin, Jonathan Cookie Adams. And let me tell you, he definitely will make you feel like family. I got the opportunity, and for those of you again new to the channel, go through my catalog of videos and you will see some behind the scenes videos with Cousin Cookie in which I basically just shadow him, and I'm on his shoulder as he's walking around doing his various duties around the ship, and he fills us in along the way about what some of those duties are. And then you see him interact with fellow cruisers on the ship, and just see how gracious and warm and how everybody just loves Cousin Cookie and he loves them right back, and just leads the ship in a way where you're going to have so much fun. Now, there is I mean, Cookie can't work 12 months out of the year, right? So if you're cruising anywhere now from, I'd say, the end of May through, let's see, it's August 5th, Mr. Leon Smith takes over and gives Cookie about a 3 month break. And then Cookie is back on at the beginning of November. So Leon, I've cruised with him on the Carnival Glory last year, and I had a lot of fun with him. He's really good as well. In my opinion, he's not quite Cookie, but Cookie is regarded as literally one of the best cruise directors of all time. So that's kind of tough to reach that level of all time, but Leon is very good. So if you're one of the people that are cruising, like I say, in between the months of August and through the beginning of November, you're still going to get a good cruise director. It's just not quite going to be Cookie. All right, so let's move on to the food. And let me tell you something. When I was writing down my list, I actually forgot a couple things. There are so many options, so many things to like or love in the way of food on the Carnival Horizon that you might not have time to eat it all in just a week, right? All right, so let's start off with the main dining room because that's where most people are going to have their meals in the evenings. That's where you have a different menu each and every day with a variety of different food choices, right? And let me tell you this, because of the number of eating options and specialty restaurants available, we didn't even end up eating in the main dining room that often. I think we ate there probably about 3 times. Part of it, again, was because we had specialty dining engagements that we went to. And I would say this is more in the like category for me. There were a couple entrees that I was really fond of, and there were a couple entrees that were good. They're okay. I don't know if you're necessarily going to be wowed, but I do think for the most part, you're going to enjoy your dining experience and the food that you get in the MDR. All right. Now, let's talk about the Lido deck because the Lido deck has some of the iconic favorites to the Carnival Cruise line, and that starts with Guy's Burger. All right. Now, Guy's Burger is free. You can have an unlimited number of Guy's Burgers. You just got to wait in line for your burger, and they have a generous toppings bar. You can get additional toppings and above what they put on the burger already, depending upon which burger you choose to order. So there's a generous toppings bar. The fries are very good as well. Now, right across the other side of the ship from that is the Blue Iguana Cantina. Now, that is open for breakfast also, where they give you the opportunity to not purchase, they're free as well, breakfast burritos. And then there's huevos rancheros, depending upon the morning usually, but they will make the eggs fresh right there. So if you're just trying to decide, like, hey, I really want some huevos rancheros, I see the main dining room has huevos rancheros, but then the Blue Iguana has huevos rancheros. They make the eggs fresh for you right in front of your face at Blue Iguana Cantina. So if you're a big huevos rancheros fan, Blue Iguana Cantina is where you want to go. The tacos, they usually give you a variety of different choices there: chicken, pork, steak, fish. And again, they give you a toppings bar with a ton of different toppings that you can choose from. You know, your cilantro, they have watermelon on the side, they have a variety of different salsas, a number of different hot sauces, sour cream, all that good stuff, cheese, everything. So you can just load up your tacos, which I did. And if you watch the vlogs that I put out on the Carnival Horizon, like I say, if you're new to the channel and you want to see a whole bunch of content on the Carnival Horizon, I put out 8 videos, 8 daily vlogs, in addition to some other videos, like I said, where I was following Cookie around, some special event videos, everything. So there's a ton of Horizon content out there if you choose to partake. Okay, so now in addition to the Blue Iguana and Guy's Burger, if you continue to the Lido deck toward the aft part of the ship, near the end of the buffet at the very back, there is the Carnival Deli. Carnival Deli has about, we'll just round up and say, about 10 different cold sandwiches and 10 different hot sandwiches that you can choose to get. And again, it's free. You can get it with fries. They have some cookies that they'll give you as well. Just some fabulous sandwiches. And those we elected a couple different times when we had port days to, we brought a little Tupperware container. We got a couple sandwiches and put them in our little Tupperware. One time we went to Bonaire, we drove around, pulled out our sandwiches. One time we went to Aruba, pulled out our sandwiches. Save a little money while we're in port and enjoy a tasty sandwich while we're on the beach. So that is one idea you could, steal if you do so desire. And then, since we're already on the Lido deck, of course, you're going to have your marketplace buffet. And the buffet is open, I would say, late morning from like 11 o'clock, and it's open for breakfast as well, but they start serving lunch, I would say, around 11 o'clock through, I want to say, about 3, and then your dinner probably starts shortly after 5 p.m. A variety of different options. I generally don't go to the buffet for dinner or something, but once in a while I'll stop in there and grab some things for breakfast or something like that. The made to order omelets are always a favorite of ours, and that is something you can wait in line to get, and those are very tasty. Now, in the back of the ship, you have the Pizza Pirate. The very back of the ship by the Tides pool area, you have the Pizza Pirate, and they're making the pizza there from, I believe, 10 a.m. to about 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., somewhere along those lines. So it's open almost, the entire day, but not quite the entire day. But you can get a variety of different pizzas there. There's a menu of 5 different pizzas, and then you can ask for a different combination of things if you talk to the pizza chef himself, right? And then next to the other side of the ship, but right in the back, parallel, is the Seafood Shack. Now, this is an at-cost seafood. So they have lobster rolls, for example. At the filming of this video, lobster rolls like $18. A bowl of clam chowder is still a reasonable $5. The peel and eat shrimp at my sailing was $12 per pound. That's one of the things I always get. Got it once again and was very happy once again with that. All right, now just up one level above the Pizza Pirate and above the Seafood Shack, you have the entrance to Gigi's Asian restaurant and Cucina del Capitano, the Italian restaurant. Now, these are both at a cost for dinner. I believe it is $18 per person, if I remember correctly. You get a very filling meal, a very tasty meal in both of those places. Obviously, Gigi is going to have an Asian flair. So, so Chinese food, for example, I know they have beef and broccoli. That's one of the things I like to get, or Kung Pao chicken or Kung Pao beef. That's another thing I like to order. And the creme brulee there is really, really good. Over at Cucina, obviously, they're going to have a number of different pastas, lasagna. They have a number of different appetizers you can enjoy with the meatballs and all kinds of different things. They do have this really good pork chop that I like when I go over there, and avoid, not eating too much pasta. So that's something you might choose to enjoy yourself. And that's the first of our specialty restaurants. Now, once we go down to the fifth floor, that's when we're going to get to Bonsai Sushi. Now, Bonsai Sushi, as obviously they have sushi there. You can get sashimi or you can get rolls. They have soups and a variety of different other options, but that is the bulk of their menu. There's obviously the sushi. And then right next to Bonsai Sushi is Bonsai Teppanyaki. Now, that is like the Benihana of old, where you have a chef at a table in front of you with the grill right in front of you, and it seats, I want to say, 11 or 12 people at each station, and they will ask you what you want. Do you want shrimp? Do you want steak? Do you want chicken? Whatever, and they will chop it up, cook it on the grill right in front of you. And then, the chef also has a variety of different jokes that he tells you along the way, and it makes a very enjoyable evening and a very filling one too. Now, the cost for that was $35 or $38. Again, I know I might be off by $1 or $2, but I don't think a couple dollars is going to change your mind one way or the other. So forgive me for that. Okay, and across the hall from Bonsai Sushi is Fahrenheit 555, and that is the steakhouse. Now, that is traditionally one of the things that we always enjoy. The steakhouse is going to cost you $48 per person, but when you compare the steakhouse to a comparable land-based steakhouse, with the quality of the steak that they give you, and the a la carte items that they give you included, and the dessert that they give you included, I would say it is one of the best values on the ship. I think a meal like that in a Chicago-based steakhouse of comparable quality would be about $150 per person once you factor in all the a la carte items, dessert, everything. So I do feel it's a very good value if you've never enjoyed the steakhouse. I would say 9 times out of 10, they just hit it out of the park. 1 time out of 10 is good, it's okay. But most of the time, you're going to walk away from the steakhouse and just feel like you got an exceptional meal. So I highly recommend the steakhouse. All right, did we cover everything? No, we didn't. See, this is what I'm talking about. We have Guy's Smokehouse Brewhouse that is just down the hall. Now there, you can get something like prime rib, or you can get a rack of ribs, or you can get a collection of different smoked items that they'll serve to you. You can get trash can nachos that I think are like $5. You can get these, there's like ghost fries or something like that I enjoyed, that have like brisket on them and a bunch of other stuff that were really good, like loaded fries. You'd be able to find it on the menu, but it's very good. But the food there is good, but it's at a cost. So if you don't want to spend money at every place, again, the MDR, the main dining room, you still have your one night a week where they give you free lobster and prime rib and things like that for Elegant Night. So, definitely on Elegant Night, take advantage of the free food. And the food there most of the time is going to be pretty good. You're going to be pretty satisfied. But I would treat yourself at least once on the cruise to one of these specialty restaurants, whichever one sounds the best to you. My choice recommendation would be the steakhouse. Obviously, that's one of the more expensive ones, but it's pretty fabulous. And then if you really want to go all out, and this is something I would recommend like once every several cruises, or if you're celebrating a big anniversary or a big graduation, something along those lines, the chef's table. Now the chef's table is $99 per person. I did a separate video on that, so I'm not going to talk extensively on this matter because again, it's a big cost. But if that's something that intrigues you, go check my video catalog. And I did the whole thing. I put the whole thing on video just for you to make a informed decision. All right. So now let's move on to the entertainment. And if you go on this cruise ship, you're going to be very entertained. Let's start with the Playlist Productions. Now, this ship is one of my favorites. And we're talking very, very near the top. All right, for a number of different reasons, but one of the reasons is the Playlist Productions. Okay, they have Amor Cubano. All right, that is a great show, Cuban themed show, but very good. A lot of bright colors, singing, dancing. You know, just you go out of that with a smile on your face. Then you have Vintage Pop. Now, this is another one of my favorites, where the playlist performers, they dress up in like 20s type outfits and they put a different spin on some cover songs. They sing it in a little bit different way, a little different style to kind of take you back to that 20s type theme. And it's a really fun production. So it's a very good one, Vintage Pop. And then we have Soulbound. Soulbound is you get the soul there, but you get a lot of the performers dressing up in, I guess, haunted house type of costumes and, kind of that spooky, eerie, look to it, but a kind of whimsical, funny, hocus pocus kind of playlist production, which they're singing a lot of songs with soul, you might imagine. All right, that's a lot of fun. And finally, my favorite production of all time, and I did a few videos where I did song by song performances. That's also on my list of videos if you want to go check those out. But Celestial Strings. Celestial Strings is absolutely one of the best performers, probably the best production that Carnival has ever put out in their history. Yes, ever in their history. I'm saying it, I believe that show, I've probably seen it close to 10 times now and on about 3 different ships. But if you've never seen Celestial Strings, and if you're going on the Carnival Horizon, if there's one show you see, you make sure you get in line early, try to get a seat near, the main stage or just behind the 2 side stages so you can see everything. And you'll thank me later. It's a fabulous production. All right, so that covers the Playlist Productions, but we're not done yet. We have live music all over the ship. Now, of course, during the day and when they have deck parties, there's music going on, or there's DJ up there playing music, right? Now, on your lower decks, deck 5, for example, guys, Peg and Anchor, they have a stage at the back of the restaurant. And they have, performances there daily, in the evenings especially, where they're playing live music and some very good live music. In the back, in Ocean Plaza, there is the Ocean Plaza Band. And they have some musicians that are singing and playing, instruments that are fabulous. And then at the very back of the ship, the Havana bar, they have more of a Latin-based theme band that people are dancing to salsa. They're, live instruments, real instruments, not just electronic, and singing and dancing and everything that people are really, really enjoying as well. And of course, in the atrium lobby, you have the violin trio that's often performing in the evenings there. Oh, the piano bar. The piano bar, you have a pianist that's performing and cracking jokes and singing a lot of the cover songs that everybody loves while you enjoy drinks and sing along. So there is just endless entertainment. And if none of that sounds good, you can go someplace like the IMAX Theater and watch a movie, right? Or go to the thrill theater, and that's your seat is shaking, you got water being splashed in your face that's supposed to make it seem like it's blood, or water or slime, or a variety of different other things. But that can be a lot of fun or scary depending upon what thrill you are in the mood for. All right, and then continuing along the entertainment, there are a variety of deck parties. You start off, of course, with your sail away party, where you see people, your cruise director, Cookie in most cases, most cruises at least now, is going to be leading you through a variety of dances, and everybody just gets the cruise started off right. And then there's usually three people singled out that do a dance off that everybody has a lot of fun watching and rooting for whoever they feel is going to win. And it's just a lot of fun, and a lot of people, getting in their cruise vibe to start off the cruise. And then they have the rock and glow party that pays homage to a lot of the music. Well, I mean, a variety of different songs. A lot of them are back in the 80s. You do have your 80s rock and glow party. Like I said, you have your white night, you have your mega deck party. So there are a lot of deck parties where you can really let it all out, dance, have a good time, have a lot of laughs, and just watch Cookie do his thing, and you can't help but be entertained with all the energy and enthusiasm that Cookie or Leon bring to your particular cruise. All right, so other fun, and it seems like we just keep talking about fun over and over, right? So on the top deck, you have your sports deck. You can play miniature golf. You can play basketball. You can play soccer. What else do they have? Volleyball. They have foosball. This endless entertainment up there. And then you have the sky ride. That is like basically, it's a bicycle in the sky that suspends you at the very top of the ship. And when you look down, you see a bunch of water about 13 decks below you, right? But rest assured, you are buckled in very safely, and you will not fall off the ship or anything like that. So don't be afraid to go on it. For me, honestly, it wasn't scary at all. But I could see some hesitation when you see it from down below. It might look scary, but it's really not. I think you'll be able to handle it. Then, of course, you have your waterworks. You have the waterworks slides. And that is for young and old. That is not just for kids, but there are a couple nice big water slides that go down. And there are a bunch of little water slides for the little kiddos. Now, that is just for kids, but it's a lot of fun. And again, the bigger water slides and stuff, that's for young and old. Now, where you get on those water slides, right in that general area, is the Serenity deck. So we go from fun and craziness to serenity, right? And in the Serenity deck, that is where you can find a lounger in the sun or a lounger in the shade. You can find a little sleeping area, a little cubicle, or what did they call the clamshells? That's it, the clamshells. You can find a little clamshell that has a little day bed inside of it, and curl up with a good book and just relax with a cold adult beverage. And yeah, it's a nice relaxing way to get in a good book or take a nap or just bathe in the sun. And yeah, you'll enjoy the Serenity deck if you're looking to just get away and relax. That is the place to do it. There's also a couple of hot tubs up there, so take advantage of that. All right. Now, just below the Serenity deck, we have the spa, and we also have the fitness center. So at the spa, you can go to the aromatherapy, saunas and whirlpools and things like that. Now, that is an additional cost. Usually for a week, it's about $130 per person. Unless you're in a spa cabin, then it's included within your spa, what you paid for your spa cabin. But that is a treat. Again, if you're looking to relax and just unwind and get all those kinks out, the saunas and the spa area is a great place to do that. The fitness center is free, and it's for somebody, if you haven't been on a cruise ship, a Carnival cruise ship in particular, their fitness centers are great. They really are. There are a number of treadmills, ellipticals. You have a number of Nautilus type machines or Life Fitness. You have some dumbbells. Now, the dumbbells, and the benches and the free weights. Now those are lacking. It's not like a true. I mean, but it's enough to get you by. I'm into strength training, so I think they could have more free weights. But for somebody that's just looking to get a decent workout in, you can definitely do it on a Carnival ship, especially the Carnival Horizon, and I think you will be fine there. All right, did I cover everything? I think I got through most of it. Well, we need to talk about drinks, right? I get the Cheers package literally every cruise, and I'll tell you what, I enjoy the drinks when I'm on the ship. Some of my favorite bars, my favorite bar on any Carnival cruise ship is almost always going to be the Alchemy bar. But second, when you're on a Vista class ship, or at least the Horizon and the Panorama, they have Guy's Smokehouse Brewhouse. And they have a variety of different drinks at Guy's Smokehouse Brewhouse that I'm also very fond of, some great bourbons and such. And the best Bloody Mary at sea can be had at Guy's Smokehouse Brewhouse. Of course, you have your atrium lobby bar, you have your piano bar, you have the steakhouse bar, where you can get a fabulous watermelon martini, right? You have the Serenity Deck bar, you have Guy's uh, Red Frog bar on the Lido deck, right across from it, the Blue Iguana tequila bar. At the back of the ship, you have the Tides bar. On deck 4, you have, just down from the casino though, you have the Skybox Sports Bar. The Punchliner Comedy Club also has a bar. When you go see a show at the Playlist Productions, there is a bar there as well. So there are plenty of bars across the ship that you can always, you're never going to get thirsty, right? You might have to wait a few minutes to get your drink, especially if you go to Alchemy and it's crowded. That's because, they put about 4 or 5 different ingredients in those drinks. So it takes a minute to make that up. But when you get it, it is delicious, right? So that leads me to the conclusion of the Carnival Horizon. And let me just tell you that overall, I loved it. I really did. Started off with Cookie, the cruise director, and for those of you that have the pleasure of cruising with Cookie, he takes it to another level. He really does. So much so that I've seen many people say that that's the only person that they'll cruise with. He is that much of a, I guess, fun type person that brings so much to the party, so to speak, that that's the only person that they want to cruise with. So that was a large part of it for me. The food, we did, like I said, we did bonsai teppanyaki. We enjoyed that thoroughly. We did the steakhouse. We enjoyed that thoroughly. We ate sushi one night. I did the seafood shack. The main dining room was fine. It was okay. It wasn't like the best thing ever. We did sea day brunch, was good. It was okay. The shrimp and grits were actually really good. Sea day brunch. The playlist productions, like I said, love all those shows, in particular Celestial Strings. Do not miss that. And what else am I forgetting? The Like I said, the variety of bars. You can't go. You're not going to go thirsty, right? And you're going to get some great drinks at each of those bars, and the entertainment. So again, I really, I like to be a little bit more balanced in my likes and loves and things like that, but there's not a lot to dislike about the Carnival Horizon. You're going to have a great time, and you're going to eat some great food, you're going to have some great drinks. And a lot of people say a cruise is what you make of it, but I'll tell you what, Carnival Horizon makes it easy for it to be a great cruise. You would have to be in a really bad mood or whatever to not have a great time on the Carnival Horizon. So I hope you do have an absolute great time on the Carnival Horizon if you have a cruise upcoming. And again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And we have a ton more videos that we can give you help in a variety of different things. I mean, it's not just reviews and stuff. We talk about excursions, we talk about ships, we interview cruise directors. We have a bunch of creative content and live shows on Tuesday nights at 7. So join the Coach Cruise family, and we'll have plenty of video content for you upcoming in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. If I didn't talk about something that you were intrigued about or wanted to know about, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Now, people always ask me, but they always say, hey, do you have any t-shirts or stuff that we can buy? This is our new model t-shirt, new Coach Cruise shirt. So this is the new style. And here is our original style that people have loved for the first 2 years of Coach Cruise. And both styles, and we have this one in a variety of different colors. We have lime, we have purple, we have black right now are the most common colors. We have a couple that are in yellow and pink. But those are $25 and that includes shipping. So if you're looking to get a Coach Cruise shirt, be part of the Coach Cruise family. We're on Facebook as well. I'll probably have the link in the description to that if you'd like to join our Coach Cruise Facebook family. Please do, and welcome to the family.
Yo, YouTubers, check me. This is Cookie, your cruise retro on the Carnival Horizon down in Miami, Florida. Trust me, number one, you want to follow this man's channel, Coach Cruise, because he's the absolute best coach out here, not about fitness, but about cruising. Trust me, he's going to make sure you have the best time ever because he knows the ins and outs of every cruise that you go on. So click that like, follow button, and share more about this brother right here. Not only is he my coach, but he's my cousin. We'll see you all on the next cruise. Until then, we're out of here.
All
Peace.
right. I just can't get away from a good time.